This is the first time I've picked up a camera in like ages. I don't even remember the last time I recorded some video. Actually, it might have been Talladega, which was only like last week. But in purposes of truly like attempting to vlog, it's been a minute. Currently in the kitchen, we're gonna make breakfast. Some eggs. And today is Saturday. We just wrapped up week 6 of grad school. We're heading into week 7. So it's been 6 weeks of grad school, right? Out of those 6 weeks, I think we've traveled 3 of those weekends. Which means I've only had 3 free weekends to like do homework and catch up. So I'm like 3 weekends behind. So for some of my classes, I've kept up with the bare minimum, like what I need from class to class. But there's one class in particular that I have not been keeping up. I'm technically like 2 weeks behind on assignments. That's the class that I'm like trying to catch up today. Like I just need to finish, well, technically it would be best if I could finish all 4 courses that I'm missing. At least 2 of them would be great. 3 would be better. All 4 would be amazing. Out of 3 classes I'm taking, one of them is like just not a big deal. It's such a dumb class for me to take, actually. It's all about like an introduction to like libraries as a career. And I have to say, I do appreciate that they have expanded that definition of libraries, and it's like more like information careers. I do appreciate that they're bringing in this more like information role for careers, because that's what I'm trying to go for, right? I'm trying to do like a little bit of data analytics, a little bit of social science, or not social science, social media, a little bit of website. Like I'm trying to go that route because that's where the careers that I want happen. AKA like the remote, the hybrid, the higher paying stuff, right? I don't want to go through this degree, even though I'm getting it for like almost free as far as grad degree goes. I don't want that to like make me feel better for going back to a 40K job, because that's what I was being paid before without the master's degree. And like for the positions that I was in, if I went in as a potential candidate with an MLIS degree, I was only in the running for like getting paid 50 something K, 51, 53K. So we're talking about like a 10K increase in pay, which is like a lot, but also not really once you consider taxes and like it being spread out over the year and all that. It's really not a huge increase in terms of like actual paycheck, right? I want something that's like, I feel like at minimum closer to 60K, but even better would be like 70, 80 plus for my starting. All right, let me move you over so I can cook. Do I want an omelet? I kind of want an omelet. Not going on. No. This is why we gotta whisk. Alright. Let me lower that heat. That was very aggressive. So much for being quiet for Kyle. Let's try some rice seasoning. Oh yeah, I just realized I forgot salt. No. I usually try to put it whenever I'm whisking, but sometimes I forget. Well, you know what? At least it didn't stick. So I got some stuff done yesterday, so now I'm like more caught up, which I'm really happy with. But I still have a lot more to do, for sure. The other thing that has been interesting, I was telling Kyle recently, is I feel like I need one of those like wellness watches, like the Garmin, not Garmin, like what is it called? The Fitbit or something like that, because I'm so bad. So once I sit down for like 4+ hours. It's really bad. I think my battery. Okay, let's fix that. There we go. I think my battery's. I know my battery's low, so if this just dies, it was meant to be. I have a tendency to like once I sit down on my desk, I'll sit down for like 4+ hours, and I won't move. I won't like take a walk. I won't get fresh air. I know it's really sad. I won't do any of that stuff. So I recently found I can do automations through like my Google Home on my phone. So I'm gonna try that, and just have it send me alerts on my phone like every couple hours. I'll get up, move. I even set one to like remind me to eat because I don't always eat. Like part of this is I realized I haven't moved all day or like really all week. Yesterday, Friday, I have all my Fridays off, which hasn't felt like it because again, 3 out of the past 6 weekends we've been traveling. Sometimes that included Friday, so I haven't even been able to use Friday as a study time. Yesterday was my first time in a while. I went to the gym because I had my free Friday, so I went to the gym and then studied. And when I was at the gym, I felt like this headache just leave my body. I was like, oh my gosh, is that what it is? I haven't been moving enough. Apparently you should move your body. And I kind of went a little too hard yesterday because now my back's hurting. I think I went a little too hard on the flat bench bar situation. I forget what it's called, and I just love that he's like right there. Hey, Mochi. I bet Kyle has been giving him his asthma medicine. Hold on. I know you don't like it, but it helps. It helps you. It helps. It helps. I was gonna go to the gym today, but right now my back's low-key killing me. I might go and just do more leg stuff. So we're gonna do that. Kind of getting a late start because we always sleep in on the weekends. It'd be that way. It's just this data camp stuff that I fell behind on. Mostly because I forget about it during the weekend or during the week. Whenever I'm working on stuff, I'm always like, oh yeah, I gotta do that reading, I gotta do that. I gotta read this book, but I always forget about the data camp. I also just recently started teaching my first class, top tier, amazing. It went so well. I had an extra couple of minutes at the end. It didn't feel rushed at all. My next class, awful. I didn't even get to cover one of the sections very well. I was talking to the last minute. This last class was a little better. I still talked into the last minute though. And then the professors talked an extra minute or two because she was reminding them about assignments and stuff. But at least we were able to get the survey done and I don't know, talk about AI like the professor wanted and talk about evaluating activities and stuff. Ooh, I just realized I never even met that professor. I'm a little upset because I'm used to thinking about student outcomes, right? By the end of class, students will be able to. And I kind of forgot about that thinking when I was preparing for these classes because people who'd told me what to teach had given me slides and had given me I guess a script, an outline of things to cover. But here's the thing, that script rubric or not script outline hasn't been updated with some of our newer activities, so it's missing some stuff. Evaluating sources activity, and I realized the way I was talking about it, I was talking about scholarly sources and popular sources kind of being on this spectrum. Once you find a source, it's going to be on the spectrum of is it scholarly, is it popular, is it somewhere in between? And that's not how we want them to think about scholarly and popular sources. We actually want them to think about it as two separate buckets. And a scholarly source will always be a scholarly source. It can never be a popular source. A popular source will always be a popular source. It can never be scholarly, no matter how many citations it has, no matter how much the person is an expert, because popular sources lack the peer review process of a scholarly source. So even though it hits other check marks, it's not hitting the peer review, so therefore it can't, a popular source cannot be scholarly. But I didn't know that. So the way I talked about it in that class was more of like the spectrum, because like going in, I didn't realize we wanted them to think of it as a popular source. And so the battery died. Yeah, as I was saying, now I'm a little annoyed because I talked about it like a spectrum for that class instead of like 2 buckets. It's just one of those things that part of me is annoyed that like, why didn't I know that going in already? But do you hear those complaints? Besides that though, like teaching is going really well. I mean, I've had some like frustrating moments of I finish like right when the class ends and I'm like speeding through the last few things. Definitely need to cut some of my spiels a little shorter. Like I need to make a list of like points to hit, and once I hit those points, like move on to the next thing, because I can't be a little bit of a rambler. I also need to write down my analogies, because there was one analogy that like somebody who observed me said they really liked, and I haven't mentioned that since that first class. So I think it's like an analogy I need to write down and tell them. Apparently I really need to vlog more because I have a lot of stuff to get off my chest. Part of the reason why I wanted to vlog though is because like my master's program is only 2 years. Like that's gonna go by so quick. I was telling Kyle like earlier this week, I was sitting just like in a hallway that's clearly being ventured by more undergraduate students and like being used and walked around by more undergraduate students. And I was telling him, I was like, it blows my mind they're gonna be here 2 years more after me, like if they're fellow freshmen. Freshmen and fellow in the sense that they're also first years, right? They're gonna be here 2 more years after I'm done with my graduate degree. And so it just like kind of blows my mind. That time differential is so like vast. I feel like the pressure of only being here for 2 years compared to like 4 years. I feel like there's so much more stuff I need to get done. I'm trying to basically do like data analytics, web development, and social media. Like I'm trying to get skills for all 3 of those positions. And I kind of hate that I'm doing that, because if I were to niche down like in just one of them, I might have a better shot at getting a job because I'd have more skills instead of being a generalist. But at the same time, like even though I will have a master's, I feel like I'm still going to be competing for somewhat entry level positions, and it might be helpful to be a little bit more of a generalist, right? Anyways, please comment down thoughts, because I need help in figuring out this whole career, this whole master, like what classes should I take? But I also want to be doing internships. Like, should I niche down to like just data analytics? Because it's kind of that's kind of what my thought process was, but I don't want to give up the chance to work in social media or web development. It's kind of how I feel. Like, or should I maybe like stop niching down on data analytics so hard and just do more like data information, like data management, information management? You know? Please help me figure it out. Leave comments, leave advice, leave your LinkedIn links. Are you hungry? Yeah. Daddy's in charge of feeding you. Alright. We gotta get started on some of that homework. Like, let's go. Grapes. Alright, I know you just saw me eat eggs and grapes. But it's been like 3 hours since my breakfast and I'm somehow already hungry again. Anyway, this is my favorite cereal. I'll like put up a picture of the box somewhere. It's like a healthier version of Cinnamon Crunch, I guess. It's so good. It's really, really yummy. It's just like a nice little snack taste. I went too hard on the bench. So all I'm doing today is like squats, leg press if it's available.
It should be on a Saturday.
And then I'm just walking. We're just pumping them legs. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna use this one of our newer bags. Take my book.
Okay. Wait, why did you unplug this?
Unplug what?
This.
Oh yeah, for the vacuum. Oh. Just got out of the shower. Also, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna cut my hair because it's getting long in like terms of weight, like on my head, and then just like length, like it's super dry and all that. Don't judge my skin because it's looking so bad right now. But I figured we could do a Sephora haul together. Just got 3 things. I got the Laneige Cream Skin. Then I got the Kiehl's. Oh, not my camera battery dying. Actually, hold on. Alright, I kind of like that better. Yeah, not my camera battery dying. I barely used it today, so I don't know why it died so quickly. I must have left it on. Anyway, and last but not least, FOMO got me. I got the brown sugar one. So, yeah. And that's it. That's what we got today. Let's go ahead and open them. Okay, so as you can see, I switched out my lens. In order to record my little like unboxing, I wasn't able to do what I wanted with like record my phone and my camera at the same time. Just weren't in the same position. So I'm gonna end up using footage from what I just captured, hence why I changed my lens, and use that for my reels. Yeah, you know how I said I was supposed to study? Dinner first. Okay. So this looks like it's actually soaked up some of the like sauce. I'm so cold. Okay. Kyle said he made like basically like the stuff to make a gyro. Gyro? I forget how you say it. Oh, and he prepared it last time like in pita and all that, you know, the proper way, but I was so full that I wasn't able to eat the rice and broccoli that he also gave me. So this time I'm gonna eat my rice and broccoli and then just like prepare this kind of like just like a regular rice plate kind of situation. The microwave is actually a recent addition for us, which is hilarious. Olipop is hands down my favorite whatever seltzer brand, drink brand, soda brand, whatever brand, the drink, Olipop, always. Okay, there's that's strawberry cream pink one, amazing, god tier. Okay, this one I've had I think one other time, really good. Tastes exactly like the cream soda of your childhood. The lime pop one, which I have in the fridge, amazing. I'm saving it because I think tomorrow I might mix it with some alcohol. We'll see. If I ever got a sponsorship with Olipop, that's when I would know I'd made it. Yeah, that's when I'd like die happily, made it as an influencer, all that. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing.
What?
Okay, what?
You're so weird.
Thank you.
If you ever care to ask, good for emoji, look, they're great without him.
Wait, I thought you were ready to eat dinner.
No, I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh. I'm sorry, I would have left things out.
No, it's fine.
My bad.
I don't expect much from you.
You shouldn't. I'm glad. You wanna cut it for me?
Can you leave?
No.
Can I turn it off?
Sorry, what did you say?
Can I turn it off?
No. We're changed. We're gonna go on a walk because motion is lotion, and I'm sore. Friday I was sore back and arms. Now I'm sore legs from Saturday's workout. So we're just gonna walk it off. I'm thinking we'll also just walk to the gym, get a couple pumps in, and then yeet out. Oh yeah, used my new Kiehl's face cream. I can already feel it making a difference. Like my skin feels so much better and I don't have as much flaking. Like this is my like main target area for me right now with the tretinoin. On my brown sugar thing. I'm wondering if I should take it with me just to like film a little bit of content. It's not hoarding of its books. Okay. So basically I just got my hair cut. But then I like pulled out of the parking lot or pulled out of my parking spot. Somebody else took it. And then I was about to drive home and then I remembered like, oh yeah, there's this Oktoberfest event happening. So I circled back around, found a different like parking spot, and we're gonna walk over to the Oktoberfest and see what's happening. It wasn't anything like super special. It was really nicely like put together, but honestly it was super crowded, which never makes those kinds of things fun. Like they should have spaced certain things out a little bit more, but whatever. And these kind of events, especially in the area that we're in, always feel like wrong for us as renters. And also these kinds of events would just really work well for the people who already live here and will continue to live here. And also because we don't have kids. Like a lot of these events are like for kids. It just so happens that adults also join in and we don't have kids. We're like local in the sense that we've lived here for 3-4 years, but like we're not homeowners. We're not local in the sense that we've got the same consistent neighbors for the last couple of years. I did find that there's a new bake shop, pastry shop. It's called Edel Studio, I think was the name. I'll put like a couple pictures / videos / clips here. So now we're gonna head home. Gonna shower because I hit the gym earlier, right? Gonna rinse out all the little pieces of hair from my haircut, you know, like the post cleanup you gotta do at home. And then I'm just gonna finish reading, keep working on some assignments, get some stuff done. And I think that's gonna be the weekend. So yeah, I'm so glad I've been like consistent. Even though it was only 2 days, I was consistent in vlogging, not blogging, although I also blog. But I'm pretty proud of how consistent I was in vlogging this past 2 days. Wish I had like thought to do this, to start this on Friday, but I didn't. But it's fine. We'll see how long we can keep this going. And I'm gonna, oh, that's the other thing, I have to do that. I have to edit. See, that's the part that always gets me. I remember to vlog. I remember to like record content. But like I was telling my sister, I'm not good about editing. Edit this tonight and then we'll publish it maybe like Monday morning or something. I mean, we still got more clips, but like, thanks for sticking around. Let's go home. I'm about to pick up a package that could or could not be my Taylor Swift cardigan. So just in case, I'm gonna bring the camera to record my reaction. It's for Kyle. Okay, we got our haircut. We're back home. We're gonna eat some food, edit this video, and then go back to doing homework. But I want to edit this video first because if I don't, it'll never go up. I love basmati rice when it's like nice and like separated like that. Oh, amazing. I'm so used to romaine that I don't know how you pull this off. I actually chopped up too much. Okay, time to throw in our tomatoes. There's dinner.